I want to tell you why I'm sticking on this Griffith boy like this. You see, he was a former Minister of National Security and he was a former Commissioner of Police. When a Commissioner of Police says that the opposition leader, he named people. He said Munilal and senior members of the UNC. He said Kamla to the JSC, to the Joint Select Committee of Parliament. That is the highest court in the land. When you could tell the highest court in the land that the opposition is trying to destabilize the country using the gangs that he now calling terrorists, he doesn't get to walk that back. He has to explain. He has to tell people if he was lying. And if he was lying when he said that, then you cannot trust a man who under oath, who holds a high office in the country, would lie to the Joint Select Committee of Parliament. Understand what I am saying? When Keith Rowley appointed Gary as commissioner, I am the only person who asked, did Rowley retract the allegation, not even the allegation, the accusation that he made inside the parliament where he said Griffith and Kamla and Munilal and others, Suraj Rambachan and others, conspired to do all manner of things as email gate, but one of the things was to murder Denise Wren. You accuse all these people under parliamentary privilege of conspiring to murder a journalist over Section 34. And you never took it back. And you, Keith Rowley, appointed one of the accused as Commissioner of Police. And you know what Gary Griffith said to me? And I have all of the, he cussed me stink. Munilal Pena, you're in bed with the UNC, you're trying to block me, you want to block me, you never support me. All this bullshit I had to take for asking of two high officers in the land, the Prime Minister, who appointed a Commissioner of Police, and I asked then, did he retract? So Griffith ran as Commissioner, and he and Rowley fall out. Now, over the course of his commissioner years, Stephen Rees had to go and film a big wedding that Stephen called a Syrian wedding in Sinclair. That was okay according to that Commissioner of Police. But when people had a party in a house in Chancellor Hill, they went and locked everybody up because of COVID. And what was the difference? He couldn't say. And when they went and locked up these little children from Cocorite, outside Bayside Towers for going by the sea, they could have justified that, but they couldn't explain why a week later Bayside Towers had a fete by the pool, and the same police that went and make these little children crawl on their belly couldn't go in Bayside, and it didn't make sense to nobody. Ask Gary about all of these inconsistencies. Nowhere in the world you would ever have a Commissioner of Police be appointed while he is accused of being a co-conspirator to murder and have the authority to close the case on himself, and crack a joke and say, I could get back my phone now. Go and ask Gary Griffith about Anand Ramlogan. Put Gary Griffith and Anand Ramlogan in the same room. Because Anand Ramlogan cannot be Kamla's Attorney General. Ask Gary and Anand. Put Gary and Anil Roberts. I want to see the two of them hug up. I want to see the length, the depth of the hypocrisy. Because Life Sport, Hoop of Life, and Color Me Orange was gang funding. Remember that? And especially Life Sport. Gary went for him, pulled him down, get Anil fired. Anil ended up in the backbench. You remember that? Because Life Sport was funding criminals and gangs. Remember that? Put the two of them, Anil, Douglas Politics, and Gary in the same room. I want to see that. Because if the two of them could hug up, that means Gary is a liar for hire. And that is a dangerous man. Dangerous, dangerous man. But you see, when you're a Minister of National Security, or you're a commissioner of police, it's a different thing. I had to share two pictures side by side. Munilal and Griffith having a press conference Sunday morning saying that Rowley's $100 million go into the gangs. And side by side with it, have a picture of Munilal and other members of the UNC with Griffith saying Munilal funding the gangs. So which is it, Gary? Which is the truth? Or are you just lying for whatever suits your agenda? For whatever suits your agenda? For whatever suits your agenda? So which is it, Gary?